What's good, YouTube? It's Rage Rail. So in today's video, I want to bring you guys a Team and Scheme series part 9. So if you enjoyed this video, go and drop a like on the video right now. Go ahead and sub and turn on post notifications on. So in this series, or this particular video, we're going to be talking about the Raiders, and we're going to be talking about Trey Flex. Now, I do want to say Trey Flex can be found in just about every single playbook it's in, but me personally, I think that the Raiders has the best Trey Flex, and you're going to be able to see why in this gameplay. So first and foremost, I just want to talk about personnel with the Raiders. So why I chose the Raiders. So the reason I like the Raiders is because, as you know, Darren Waller is a beast, and you can actually motion him to the tight end spot to put him on, like, different hot routes. So you can put him on a post or a corner route, so you have those abilities. Now I do love doing that. Now I love Deshaun Jackson on the outside out here. Now also I love to have Zay Jones in the slot right here, and I love to have Tyron Johnson right here because he does have 93 speed. Unfortunately, Hunter Renfrow does not make the cut just because he's not fast enough. Now in current gen, speed is an issue where you have to have speed out there. Now next gen, I'm not sure if it's the same way, but I can only speak from current gen. Now this setup I'm about to give you should work on both current and next gen, and some of the setups you see me run should work on both platforms. So just let me know in the comments. So without further ado, man, let's hop into it. So I really love this shock H option. I love the PA crosses, of course. Now all three of these plays are really great to run. Now fake screen wheel, I have a nice setup for that. That I actually will start off with this video showing you that one. And also I do love dagger, of course. And levels out is okay. I still like the shock play better. And of course, they have outside zone, and it's also nice because they do have the read option. And the RPO alert screen is okay, which I'll show you that one too real quick. But mainly, I do want to show you this. I do want to show you this fake screen wheel, and I want to show you how glitchy this fake screen wheel is. So let's go in and get into that. So you can tell I did put some garbage linemen here so I can have a tiny bit of time. We do have athletic safeties at the linebacker position. Of course, we have speed in every other position. So let's just go ahead and come out in cover 3. Now, first of all, I just want to show you real quick what the RPO looks like. So as you know, it's a regular little screen play. So that time they didn't do any blocking, but it really all just depends on what formation they run. Like if anybody's out there or not, what they're doing with their zones. All that matters. So I will show you what it looks like, at least with man coverage with that little RPO, just in case you're curious. But I wouldn't run this one. Normally it doesn't work as well. As you can tell right there, are going to throw a pick. So if they're running man coverage, please don't run that. That's why I just wanted to take the time to show you that that is not a man beating, RPO, because there's a few of them that actually will be able to beat man. But moving on, I want to show you the setup that I really love. So what you want to do, you want to take X, put them on an in route, and you want to smart route his in route. And if they're not blitzing you, I like to take my running back and put them on a swing route, and that's going to widen out into those outside zones. And sometimes this will mess up match coverage if you put them on a little route, because sometimes a quarter flats may match if you block your running back. That's just sometimes. Like I said, it all depends on which way they're running their match coverage. Now, with cover 3, you can split the safeties for a safety for a one-play touchdown if they have the safety rotated to the wrong side. You can tell you just want to wait for him to run past that, and you're actually going to see me throw that same throw in the first play of the game. Just wanted to kind of give you a little, teaser right there. So yeah, you can definitely throw that. Now you probably wonder what else gets open. I'll go ahead and show you. So basically, that's going to be your primary read, though. You can tell square is going to get open, and you can also lowball X if the user for some reason has to go cover circle, and you always are going to have that square option. So moving forward, let's talk about cover 2, just to show you. So let's take X, put them on the in route, smart route is in route. So you want to run this on like 1st and 10, 2nd and 12s type of thing. So kind of watch circle, watch how he's going to be able to split those safeties, and then you're going to be able to throw that ball just like that. And hopefully you do not get that type of animation where it's a pick. But in normal circumstances, if they're not putting that middle third, you will actually be able to have a one-play touchdown. Now, also, there's also other ways you can have one-play touchdowns. This is just a really unique one because you can do it out of PA crossers though. But I really like the circle one because it does do a great job of getting open. Now, other things that you do have against cover 2, you should have triangle. Well, you can have triangle depending on what they're doing. So right there, they don't have their safety moved over far enough, and so you can actually throw that. So if they are zone dropping, also I should say. So let's go back to cover 2. If they're zone dropping, then you're actually going to want to just dump your square read. So if for some reason that cloud's playing at like 20 or something, then they're actually going to play triangle, and then you'll be able to dump square. So right here against a regular, you can throw square right now if you want to. Obviously you'd want to throw it, so if you missed it, you can always playmaker, just something like that. So I just wanted you to see. But if they are zone dropping, you'd want to go ahead and hit your square read. Now moving forward, let's actually talk about cover 4 drop, just to kind of show you. Now obviously cover 4 drop is not like a cover 4 drop beater by any means, but you can easily beat cover 4 drop out of PA crossers, which I've already done a video on this concept already. But look at square. Square is going to be your main read, and you can still lowball that. Just be very, very careful. I just want to show you that you can low ball right in front of these hook zones. A lot of times you just want to make sure you throw it a little earlier than what I did. So if you wanted to low ball, you want to throw it right now. But obviously if they have a spy, then you'd want to move, you know, to this side where 74 is. You'd want to move this way and then throw a low ball, so that way you're not throwing it right to this defender. Or you can always throw this pick. Now actually something interesting looks like it's happening here. I wonder if you can throw this out here. Let's actually see, because it looks like that may be open, but it looks like Savage might play it. So let's take a look at it real quick, because it looks like it can possibly get open. And it might, who knows, we might have a code 4 drop beater, who knows. Let's see, so will we be able to get them open? Can we throw that? Okay, so yeah, you can actually throw that. Okay, so if you have a speed advantage, you can actually throw that pass, and it actually works out really well because it looks like they'll actually let you roll to the left side of the pocket a little bit before you're able to hit that. So let's try it one more time, then we'll go to man coverage, then we'll get right into the gameplay. So let's just see, as long as he doesn't get pressed, which he shouldn't, so you just want to be able to step up. Yeah, you can actually throw that. Okay, cool. You just want to make sure you definitely have somebody who has a speed advantage and they're not getting pressed, and you can actually bomb cover 4 drop. Oh, that's crazy. So let's take a look at man coverage. This is the last thing we're talking about before we dive right into this gameplay. So with man coverage, the same setup applies. You just basically want to make sure that circle can also, if he gets a win animation, circle can beat his man. Like you could split it if he gets a win animation. So right there, you know, obviously he did not. And so that's kind of what you'll be looking for if they give him that. Let's see if we get one just one more time, and then I'll explain what other reads I like, and then we'll get right into the gameplay. So if they are for sure playing man coverage, one thing you can also do is maybe take square and just put him on a drag just like this. Or if he's a good route runner, you can put him on the in route, and what that in route is going to do is a lot of times it actually beats man a little better, depending on if he's a good route runner. So notice how square right there is going to be able to, you know, just kind of run past his man just because he's a little, you know, faster than him. So that can also be what you can do if they're playing any type of man or match coverage. But last thing, like I said, I just want to show you that, you know, you can obviously hit this in route. And I want you to see, I want to see if this route actually wins circle, because that's what you want to look for. Okay, we're not going to get the win animation, that's fine. But like I said, you can come here and then you can low ball that. And since that's Darren Waller, he'll normally catch that. But let's go on and dive right into the gameplay. So as you can tell, we are actually starting off on defense. And I kind of like to actually mix in drives of actually putting in defensive gameplay. So just so you guys can get the scope of the game, get the scope of my opponent. Because sometimes you might not be able to get the feel for how my opponent is just based on me playing offense, because, you know, like I said, defense can be hard to find on this game. It's just how they wanted it this year, so nothing really do about it. Now I actually still love this defense. Now I put this out a long time ago, and like I said, this is a very, very popular defense within the community, so it's definitely not something I created for sure. It's just something that it just works really well, so I use it. But it's important to know that I just don't sit in just man coverage. It's just a nice base to see what my opponent wants to do, and then I love coming to zone coverage after that. Now right here I actually flipped the coverage just because I figured he wanted to out route again, so we did make the correct adjustment. And right here we're going to go ahead and send our spy, nothing open. He's going to go ahead and take the ball, throw it out. So like I said, I love to use man coverage just to see, okay, what type of opponent is he? Does he know how to beat man coverage? Because there's a lot of people, you know, we're in what, May, and people still don't know how to beat man coverage. So if they show me they don't know how to beat man coverage, then I'll just kind of sit in it. But I really hate playing man. It's just playing the Packers, and you have a bad team, you kind of need to play it to your advantage. So right here, this is just all Packers. So look at this. This should be a pick. I click on, I try to get in position, and they just don't let me get any animation. And then he's going to go ahead and celebrate on me. So at this point, I don't know. To me personally, I feel like if you celebrate, you know you got lucky. That to me, that means you're not really a good player. Now, no disrespect to those of you guys that like doing that, but that's just me personally. Like if you celebrate off of something like this, then, you know, that tells me, okay, he's really happy about that touchdown, even though he knows he got cheated. Or I got cheated, excuse me. So right here, he's going for 2. I figured he's going to run the ball, try to shoot the gap, but I guess he probably ID'd me, which is why I was able to shoot the gap. And we're going to be down 8-0 early on. So right here, Trey plays, like I said, you see me setting up my personnel. Like I said, I like to have Deshaun Jackson on the outside. Now, the reason I like having him on the outside is because of the PA crossers, because if he has a nice matchup, he can actually beat a lot of coverages over the top. So this Trey flex with the fake screen wheel, and then also with this play, PA crossers, is just, it's honestly really, really good. So you can tell right here, I'm actually going fake screen wheel. I'm actually going to run the setup that I showed you, because it's a nice base setup to see what your opponent's playing in coverage. So I noticed he's bringing that guy down, so I'm thinking cover 3 in my head because he's bringing him down, because why else would he bring him down? And look at circle. So I tried to throw it. We basically got a terrible throw. It definitely could have been a one-play touchdown, which is really nice about that play. And the reason that play works so well, because if they zone drop, they will never press. So circle will never get pressed if they zone drop. So right here, he's gonna, like I said, he's showing me 3-3-5 wide. So I'm wondering if he's blitzing or if he's gonna play coverage. So look at Zadarius Smith, man. I'm basically just having to run away from him. I know the square, so I waited for that linebacker to move. and then we're gonna go ahead and deliver that dot right there. Now I don't know if you guys can hear the train, but I do live next to the train tracks for those of you guys that might not know, so I do apologize about the train. But anyways, this is actually another setup that I really love right here. So I mean, it's very basic, but it works. So just X on a streak, triangle on a drag, put R1 on the a curl route, and basically we're gonna have just a three-way read between circle, triangle, and R1. So right there, I was gonna throw triangle, but basically just ran out of time. I was actually looking at square to see what was going on in the back end, but since I put X on the streak, I wasn't able to throw square simply because they would just run right into each other. So yeah, so if I wanted that open, I'd have to take X and put them on something else. But since I seen he was running man coverage, I wanted to see if he's using purples or not. So I wanted to do a basic setup where we just choose between circle and triangle. And look at Zadarius Smith, man, just over there lighting up. But I completely thought the user was going to go with circle if I moved the pocket to the right. So actually really good user by my opponent though. So he's definitely not trash by any means necessary. That was a good user because most of the time when you move the pocket towards the crosser side, they're going to go run with that crosser. That's what I was expecting. So really great user by my opponent. So right here we got 30-10. So this is actually a setup I really love versus all coverages. You want to take X, put them on a smart route. Well, put them on the in route. Smart route is in route. You want to take triangle, put them on a drag. And this setup right here, it can beat every single coverage. It does really well against man coverage. So you're gonna look between circle and X and square. You can tell I would have had square open had I waited. And X, the reason I like the Raiders is because they have Darren Waller, and Darren Waller can pretty much beat every single corner in the league, especially Jay Alexander. That's why I actually do love using the Raiders versus the Packers, just because you can actually, if it's a formation that you can utilize your tight end, and you have like Jay maxed up on your tight end, it's normally a really fun formation because then you have Deshaun Jackson that could just, you know, be overrated and do things like this. You see right here, he's going to be able to get open, and he actually is going to break a tackle, and we try to get up the sidelines, made a guy miss, and he did fumble though. I gave him all that hype, and then he wants to go fumble. So I mean, we're 3 for 6, you know, for 77 yards, but he's forcing us to have to move methodically down the field, so we are going to turn ball carrier on conservative. Now, the reason why is because I want to use this read option. So what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to sub out Derek Carr and put Marcus Mariota, which hopefully on Madden 23 they bring it back to where, like, if a quarterback has a certain speed threshold, they'll just go ahead and let them actually get a faster animation. Because kind of watch what happens. So notice we get the pull, but look how slow you run. Like, to me, I feel like Marcus Mariota should be faster than that, but it seems like he's running the same speed that like Ben Roethlisberger or somebody would run. But you can tell we're going to go sub in back in Derek Carr. And actually, this is where Trey by flex is a little hard at. Now there's plays and stuff that I could have ran that I just didn't. But so for example, the red zone dot that I put out, if you haven't seen that video, please make sure you go check my playlist out because it's a really great setup for that. But basically right here, I'm just looking at PA crossers, and at this point, I'm just kind of thinking what I want to do. So I'm thinking he's playing zone. So we're going to use a zone spacing concept between triangles what we're looking at. You can tell triangle is going to be wide open because that was his user's responsibility. And we're going to get down to the 1 yard line. Now, when you're down to the 1 yard line, you basically should always run the ball. There should never be a scenario where you do not run the ball. Honestly, unless you are forced to run commit. Even then, watch him run commit. You're going to see it right here. So notice how he run commits, and then he's still just not able to shoot the gaps. And that's why I said that almost no matter what, you should always run the ball just because it's designed that way. So why not just use it to the way the game is designed, you know? So right there, you see he tried to throw the ball. We are all over with our user, and we actually do get the pick, but we're on the 1 yard line. So not ideal, but we will take it. So right here, I'm basically expecting him to blitz. So I'm going to go ahead and motion my tight end down just to get a max pro. And basically, I'm going to take triangle right here. I'm going to put him on a drag route. I'm going to read the user between triangle and circle, see what he gives me. Now, he tried to get a player free by actually making his user occupy lineman. So I knew I had an easy drag right across the middle. So to me, honestly, I guess I'll say that was pretty bad defense by my opponent. He definitely should not have blitzed heavy. If he had played coverage and just worried about Zadarius Smith or Kenny Clark getting sheds, I think I probably would have got a safety there, to be honest with you. So right here, this is actually another setup. Now this is a very meta setup, nothing I created by any means. So we're gonna take square, put him on a slant. We're gonna take X, motion him down, and put him on a post route. And we're gonna take triangle, put him on a streak, a circle on a smoke screen right here. And so we're gonna make a read between square and X. And obviously he chose the wrong guy. And we're gonna able to move the chains right there. So that the reason, like I said, that's why I love using the Raiders, because you can do things like that. So all you have to do is motion your tight end in, and now you get those apprentice routes. So right here, I wanted to come back. I thought about coming back to that, but I decided to go PA crossers since it looked like man coverage. And so right here, like I said, this setup right here is going to kill any man coverage because the user's going to have to worry about too much. So you're going to make that read between square. I could have square, but like I said, Darren Waller, it's just Darren Waller. And I could have had square. I didn't feel comfortable in the pocket, if you want me to be real. I know I could have bought time, but it's just the Raiders don't have a good offensive line. And I know Zary Smith is just getting instant shed. He's been lighting up literally all game. But yeah, as you can tell, if you have time in the pocket, man, that square route with that basically that post route, it's really good. And also, if you put him inside and put him on a like a post or corner, and then motion him back out, and you're able to utilize the double motion concept, this offense is just crazy. Because look at this, we have a post and a drag and a streak combo with the crosser. So basically, no matter what the user chooses, he's going to be wrong regardless. So basically right here, he tried to bump my X route. Doesn't matter because that's Darren Waller going to be able to run away from the defenders. I mean, look at Darren Waller, man. Look at this big dude. So I thought about putting a little hezzy on it, but I was like, you know what? Somebody's behind me, so I better just go ahead and see if they give me like a little, you know, fortune animation. And you know what they did, because I got out of bounds and now we're just chilling. You know, it's basically whatever points we get right here, we're going to be up on top, but we want a touchdown. That's definitely the ideal thing right here. Look at Darren Waller, 4 receptions, 100 yards. You really just can't stop this dude. So I decided to run inside zone because look who's in the middle. There's literally nobody in the box right here. Well, he just moved his user in the box, so I'm going to go ahead and ID his user. But I'm expecting to keep it. So notice right here, like I tried to turn up in the gap, couldn't get it, and that's why I said it's just so bad because Marcus Mariota is actually faster than that. I hope. I think he's about 80. What is he? 85 or 86 speed on here. I might be giving him too much credit. I think he's 85. But right here, anyways, I see man coverage, right? So I want double drags, and I'm thinking either square or circle. So watch square. I'm going to roll to the left, and I have to roll to the right. I'm throw to the left, but I got to throw out a sack. And anytime they play man coverage on that dagger route in the red zone, that in route is going to be money. So he gave me the same look, so I'm going to do the same setup right here. So I'm thinking, okay, no way I get cheated twice, right? There's absolutely no way I get cheated twice. So we're going to go and snap the ball right here. So I'm looking at square the whole time, throw it, low pass, get batted right in my face, because you do have to throw that ball on the low pass. Now, technically, I should have just took my 3, but I was being ignorant. Like I said, I actually was flustered because I just threw 2 incompletions. So I told myself, I'm throwing that dig route no matter what. You know, I don't know if you guys ever get like that to where, like, you know, like for example, like I'm gonna throw this just because, you know, just because it was open 2 times. Now I never suggest you running to play 3 times in one row. So right here, I was just being ignorant, literally just, I don't know, I really just wanted it. Like that's how bad I wanted to throw that throw because it was open 2 plays in a row. Terrible throw. I should have never threw it, and we do throw a pick, unfortunately. So now we have to try to get the ball back here. So we are going to be on defense right here. So he is going to come out in bunch offset. So versus bunch offset, I actually have great defense versus bunch. It's very few times I ever have anybody actually just move the ball on me with, you know, succession using bunch. So I actually gave you guys my bunch setup, but if you want it again, I can go over it. But kind of watch what happens. Look who's open. Absolutely nobody. He's going to try to roll out the pocket. He gets a fumble animation. We're going to go ahead and scoop and score and get our touchdown back. And basically, that's actually going to be the game, surprisingly, because right after here, he's actually just going to go ahead and quit out. And yeah, that's the game. So I do hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm Rage Real, and I'm out.